Ericksonian hypnosis is one of the most environmentally friendly types of hypnosis. Whereas directive hypnosis raises a lot of questions, a lot of fears, a lot of resentment, Ericksonian hypnosis is very close to meditation. And almost all psychologists who are practicing psychology in the modern world, they use exactly Ericksonian hypnosis. What is it? What are the basic key points in Ericksonian hypnosis? The first point, it's not deep, it's superficial. It's a trance where you have a complete sense of space, you're in complete control of what's happening, and you have no fears. Unlike directive techniques where a person can dive very deep, to go into the astral, to astralize some of your experiences. In Ericksonian hypnosis this can also happen, but it is at the request of the person to whom the trance is induced, and it is a question of his capabilities, whether he is capable of such immersions. Next. Metaphors. Metaphors are a key aspect of Ericksonian hypnosis. Metaphors are beautiful stories that the therapist comes up with either the day before the session or during the session. Mostly, of course, psychologists use ready-made metaphors for all occasions. They look for these metaphors on the internet, in books, and so on. But a true professional, I believe, should be able to compose a metaphor for a particular person, for a particular case at a given moment in time. That is, this metaphor should take into account the peculiarities of the person who came to you, the peculiarities of his problem, the tasks he wants to solve with the help of the metaphor. Not only are you think up, you imagine this beautiful story, this metaphor, you have to think about how it will affect the person, how it will help them solve their problem or the problem they came with. And the third point is the possibility of choice. A psychotherapist in Ericksonian hypnosis gives their patient the ability to choose, down to the state in which he will sit in your session, with his eyes open or closed. So the session begins and the therapist suggests, you can close your eyes, or you can leave them open as you feel comfortable. You are on a long journey to the seashore. Or maybe it's not the seashore, but a beautiful green clearing. I mean, there's a choice here. I don't consider this method individualized to the person. I mean, it's so generic. If let's say, on camera I'm going to talk hypnosis, there's this series of choices to get into a person. If we're sending it out to the same seashore, someone will imagine a cold Baltic coast, for example, in October, someone will imagine July in Sochi, everyone has their own sea. To get, for this the therapist offers a choice, that is, either your sea is cold or it is warm. It's a technique where in addition to making choices, the therapist also swings you from cold to warm, from darkness to light. It also promotes a deeper trance, but that's a separate story. I believe that when we work with a person, we should always control where they are. And when we send him to the seashore, we don't throw options on our own, we ask the question. Tell me where you are now. I find this method to be the most effective and the most workable. Using my work as an example, I will tell you that first you need to gather all the necessary information about your client, or, someone says, patient. It is necessary to find out everything about his past, about the present, what at the moment bothers and surrounds the person. All information, on what vibrations a person is communicating, on what energy levels and fields they are now. And by collecting all these clues, we make one big, important tool to influence the psyche. This particular man using exactly the words that impress him. Just the ones that will prove to be most effective in achieving his goals and his objectives in his personal life. All of them. One more time. What's one more time? One more time, the ending. Unconvincing. Did you trip? I forgot. That's what I remember now. Look. Okay, stop. I'm not moving.